Hey everyone! War films seem to pop up all the time, right? Well, today we're taking a break from the new stuff and looking back at some awesome war movies you might have missed. These 10 films show us the true cost of war, not just on the battlefield, but also on people's lives. Number 10. Inglourious Basterds, 2009. This movie is a fictional story set in World War II. It follows two groups, a team of Jewish American soldiers on a revenge mission against Nazis, and a Jewish theater owner who also wants revenge for her family's murder. They won the audience over with their acting and cool dialogue. There's lots of twists and turns in the plot, so you won't get bored.
Ich möchte nicht unhöflich sein, aber wir vier sind sehr gute Freunde.
Number 9. Grave of the Fireflies, 1988. This anime is a beautiful but sad story about a brother and sister in Japan during World War II. The war caused terrible fires in their city and they had to fight to survive. The movie shows how war hurts innocent people, especially kids. Even though it's a cartoon, it does a great job of showing the pain of war. This anime won lots of awards because it's so well made and tells an important story. It reminds us that war is never a good thing.
なんでホタルすぐ死んでしまうん
Number 8. To Be or Not to Be, 1942. This movie isn't your typical war film. It's a comedy set in Poland during World War II. It follows a group of actors who come up with a clever plan to trick the Nazis. The actors are led by Joseph and Maria Tura, played by the amazing Jack Benny and Carole Lombard. Even though it's funny, the movie also tackles serious themes about fighting for what's right. It's a unique blend of laughs and deep thinking that critics really loved. So, if you're looking for a war movie that's both funny and makes you think, then To Be or Not to Be might be the perfect choice.
And if we should ever have a baby, I'm not so sure I'd be the mother.
I'm satisfied to be the father.
Number 7. Come and See, 1985. A sad story about a young boy who lives in Belarus during World War II. The movie shows how awful the war was for people in Belarus through the boy's eyes. He even fights against the Germans but sees very scary things. The movie realistically shows the violence of war, and it might be too sad for some people to watch.
Mein Führer, habt ihr schon gehört? Das alte Infanteriegaul hat eine ganze Division übernommen.
Number 6. The Hurt Locker, 2008. This war film follows a bomb squad in Iraq led by a reckless sergeant named William James, played by Jeremy Renner. The movie is intense and suspenseful, showing both the physical dangers and the psychological toll war takes on soldiers. The Hurt Locker was praised for its realistic portrayal of war and its characters, and director Catherine Bigelow became the first woman to win an Oscar for Best Director. Number 5. Saving Private Ryan, 1998. This war movie by Steven Spielberg is known for its realistic portrayal of World War II, especially the brutal D-Day invasion. The film starts with an intense scene on Omaha Beach and then follows a mission to find a soldier named Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan is praised for its gritty realism and for its storytelling, which earned it 5 Academy Awards.
The way you run, I don't think so.
Maybe I should go left, sir.
Maybe you should shut up.
Number 4. Doctor Strangelove, 1964. Doctor Strangelove is a hilarious Cold War satire film directed by Stanley Kubrick. It uses humor to expose the craziness of the nuclear arms race between the US and USSR. The movie is famous for its scenes in the war room, where leaders bicker on the brink of nuclear war. It's funny and clever, and critics loved its unique blend of satire and storytelling.
How long would you have to stay down there?
I would think that possibly 100 years.
Number 3. The Great Dictator, 1940. Charlie Chaplin bravely steps away from his trademark silence. In one of the greatest performances of all time, Chaplin masterfully takes on dual roles: a persecuted Jewish barber and a ruthless dictator, leveraging pointed wit and true-to-life emotion to expose the dangers of authoritarian rule. Chaplin's film lingers in the memory mostly for his famous empathetic speech that closes the film, where he makes a plea for human kindness and liberty against tyranny. His standout dual role turned the film into a landmark of political satire in cinema.
Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Number 2, Apocalypse Now, 1979. Apocalypse Now is a war movie by Francis Ford Coppola. It shows how war can drive a soldier crazy, like Captain Willard in the movie. The story follows his mission to find and kill a colonel who has gone rogue. The acting by Marlon Brando, Martin Sheen, and Robert Duvall is really good, and it shows how war can make things confusing about what's right or wrong. The movie has amazing pictures and scary music, and it's different from other war movies because it shows the psychological effects of war in a way that feels very real.
Totally beyond the pale of any acceptable human conduct.
Number 1, Lawrence of Arabia, 1962. David Lean's Lawrence of Arabia paints a sweeping saga of personal conflict in vast desert landscapes that amaze both the eye and the soul, providing the perfect frame for the adventures of T.E. Lawrence amid the harsh yet captivating terrain of World War I's Arabian front. Peter O'Toole gives one of the best performances of all time as Lawrence, showing us just how tangled the human psyche can become when pulled in different directions by his loyalties. Back at the 35th Academy Awards, the film snagged 7 Oscars, including Best Picture, as everyone, from critics to directors, couldn't stop talking about its splendor, the way it spins a yarn, and its sheer technical genius. Lawrence of Arabia isn't simply a movie, it's an epic journey that's frequently praised as the best war film of all time.